A tray of fertilized eggs ranges between 25 to 30. One tray of local eggs will be buying almost 4 trays of local layer eggs.
Wow. I'm here with Yakin, and he's making a serious allegation that 100 local birds are more profitable than 300 layers. How? How is that possible?
It's very possible. For keeping 100 local birds is more profitable than keeping the other, I will not mention them, but keeping the other breeds of birds.
Okay.
Specifically for eggs.
Okay.
Keeping all factors constant, let's say that all these birds are at their highest peak.
Okay, when they have started laying for some months.
Yes.
I see.
Let's say that our birds, our local birds, are laying at 75%.
Okay.
Because for local birds, they cannot all lay at the same time. Let's say that 100 give you 100 birds, 100 eggs.
It's not
really. Yes.
Okay.
It is 75%. So for 100 birds, 75%, that is 0.75. You multiply by 100. You end up getting 2.5 trays a day. So for 2.5 trays a day, I'll go for we are going to go for minimum costs.
Okay.
So per tray, let's say they are giving me 18,000. For 18,000 times the 2.5 trays, I'll use the calculator here.
Okay.
18,000 times 2.5, I'll get 45,000. So 45,000, that is the amount of money that I will be receiving from those trays
on a day.
On a daily basis.
Okay.
So for these birds, the locals, we don't feed them. They don't eat as much as the other kind of breeds. So you'll find our 100 birds will be eating only 10 kilograms a day.
Oh, they eat, you give them 100 grams?
Yes, 100 grams per hen.
Okay.
So for 100, that means they will eat 10 kgs. Let's say that a kg will cost us 13. That is 1,300. Yes, 1,300 times the 10 kgs, that is 13,000.
Okay, on feeds.
On feeds per day.
Per day.
So we shall have to subtract the 45,000 of the eggs minus the feeds that we get. We see how much do we make a day. So for 45,000, that is for eggs, minus the 13,000 for the feeds, we shall remain with 32,000 as our money, as our profit. Okay. So that means the 32,000,
that's the profit.
The profit
on a day.
Yes, on a daily basis. So we shall multiply by 30 days. We see how much are we making in a month.
Okay.
We are making 960,000 a month.
Okay.
From only 100 local birds.
I hope you have written that down.
Yes. Okay. So we shall go for the other kind of breeds that
let's use layers.
Yes, layers. So for layers, we shall go for a more higher number because we are seeing 300, 100. I think you see the difference. So for layers, let's say that they are laying at 80% per day. So for 80%, that means for 300, we shall get, they will be giving us 8 trays per day.
How do you get the 8 trays?
8 trays. That means we shall say 0.8 times 300. That means we are getting 240 eggs. Divide by 30. That means we get 8 trays per day. So I don't know how much they sell the tray of layer eggs, but I think you know it.
Yeah.
That how much is it?
Sometimes it ranges. On very bad days, it's usually 9,000.
Yes.
On very good days, 12,000, like right now.
Yes.
But on average, 10.
Yes, let's go with 10. That means for 8 trays, we shall multiply by 10,000. That means we shall get 80 100,000 per day.
Okay.
But when we come to feeding for layer birds, you have to feed 120 grams
yeah.
per bird.
Some even feed them more.
Yes, because they want them to give them the returns. So for 120 grams per bird times the 300, 120 times 300 times 300 divided by 1,000, we are getting 36 kilograms per day. That means 300 layer birds are feeding on 36 kilograms per day. For the feeding, we shall find the cost of layers mash will end up to 1,500.
Yeah.
So we shall multiply 36 times 1,500. We shall get 54,000.
Okay.
That is the feeding costs. So we shall get the 80,000 for the eggs minus these feeding costs. 80,000 minus the feeding costs. The feeding costs is 54,000. We shall remain with the balance of 26,000 per day. So per day, yes, per day, we shall multiply this amount times 30 days. We see how much are we making a month. Times 30, we shall be making 780,000.
Okay.
For 100 local birds, we are making 960,000. For 300 layer birds, we are making 780,000.
Okay.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
Leaving all the factors constant,
yeah.
Layer birds, 100 local layer birds will be more profitable than 300 layer birds.
Wow.
Yes. So that's why we are encouraging people that keeping local birds are more profitable than other breeds of birds due to those factors that we always tell people. But still, I will be more profitable if I'm keeping these 100 if I add on these things. First of all, these locals, the more you add value to the products you have, the more money you're getting. That means for these 100, I have a chance of having fertilized eggs. A tray of fertilized eggs ranges between 25 to 30.
Wow.
That means I will end up selling one tray of local eggs. Will be buying almost 4 trays of local layer eggs.
Wow.
So this thing is showing that these birds are more profitable. I will have added value to my eggs. From that, that means one egg of local egg of one fertilized local egg, it will be of 1,000. So that means the profits are more increasing. I'll go for chicks. So one chick, like for us Yakin Agro Enterprises, we sell our chicks, one chick 3,000 per day old. That means I'll have from 1,000, from 5, let's say if I sell egg 600, from 600 to 10,000, from 10,000 I get a chick at 3,000.
Wow.
Adding more value. So I'll end up, if I brood this chick from day 1 to 1 month, I sell it to 9,000. That means I'm making profits. And there is a chance, there is a room of expansion in these birds. You find the one who have started with 300 will stay at that same number until
they lay off. But my question is, we have seen large operations of layer chickens, 100,000 birds, but I've never seen a local poultry farm with such big numbers. Where is the problem?
There is no problem, but for the other people, why they keep large numbers of their birds is that the more the numbers, the more the profit. That means if you find I've compared myself keeping 100 to 300. That means when you find someone with 1,000 locals, that person, you may compare that person with someone with 5,000.
Wow.
You can imagine 1,000, that ratio is very big. So for us, first of all, our products are on market. The market is very huge. So that means we always have different stages of birds, and they are sold at different stages. So that we don't need to have large amount of numbers to be in market. Our products, they sell themselves. Yes.
Wow, that's a wonderful conversation. I think it's no longer an allegation, but it's been proven by numbers, and we all know numbers never lie. So it's quite true, basing on the numbers, that actually 100 local birds are more profitable than 300 layer birds, given the fact that we are just comparing the eggs, but someone who is keeping local birds has a room for selling fertilized eggs. They can sell the chicks, the old chicks, the 1 month old chicks, the pullets, these ones that are about to lay. The list is endless. We can all agree that actually local poultry farming is actually profitable if you go about it in the right way.
Yes,
right?
yes.
My brother here, he's doing an amazing job at educating the world and giving them the right product. Tell us a little about Yakin.
Yes. Yakin Agro Enterprises, we deal in two major things. We keep local poultry birds on a commercial basis.
Okay.
At the same time, we have the dragon fruit. But I think the dragon fruit will be of another day. We shall talk more about dragon fruit
when I visit.
Yes, when you visit. So for these local birds, we have birds on different stages. We supply these birds countrywide. Location does not stop us from supplying birds, because we have supplied we have outgrowers across the country. So in case you want these birds, just you will check with my number, will be on the bio. You follow my pages. I have a YouTube channel in the names of Yakin Agro Enterprises. You can also check on my TikTok, Yakin Agro Enterprises. My WhatsApp is always there. My call is always there. If you can reach to Madam Firdaus, she can also reach me up and connect with you. So those are Yakin Agro Enterprises.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm interested in the fact that you are now the number one person we can reach when we go to Western Uganda.
Yes,
That's quite interesting.
Yes.
All right, with that, we shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.